Scorpio, welcome to your New Year's reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the year ahead. Now, keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well. All right, my friends, let's get started for Scorpio. See what messages we have for the year ahead for Scorpio. What is the energy around 2023 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Scorpio 2023. What is the energy of Scorpio? Ooh, that fell on the floor. I'll grab that in a moment. Okay, Scorpio. You have a very concise reading here so far. Okay. Isn't that interesting? Oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to show you this. You got these two cards in this order and Hero on the bottom of the deck. It says clearing stuck. Isn't that awesome? So that tells me that 2023, my friends, you are clearing anything that has felt stuck or stagnant, or that it's not moving or not turning. Things that feel like they haven't been developing. Feels like it's all clearing. It's clearing stuck energy. It's clearing obstacles. You are clearing. I almost feel like there's this energy here where things are just being cleared for you. 2023 is bringing in this hero energy for you. This hero energy, I'll just put that card there so you can sort of have a look at it. If it'll stay. There you go. So that hero energy is really one that sort of allows you to be safe, protected in times where there has been energetic struggle, and that you can trust yourself on this journey. And I feel like this card also aligns you with others that can guide you, help you, assist you, support you, inspire you. This card really brings in this idea of that there are hero relationships that can be empowering, and in order to sort of attract these relationships, that we first must realize that we can find our own courage within, that once we are in the vibration of this energy of a teacher or sort of a guide, once we're in that space, then you know, it may seem like it has to be external to receive the answers, but it's not the case. Once you sort of embody that energy with yourself, you suddenly become your own teacher and your own guru and your own hero. But I also feel like this is a year of you aligning with like-minded people that will guide, support, teach, and assist in your own realizations. I love seeing that hero card. It's very, very empowering and reminds us that the strength we have within is really the strength that carries us through. Now, this idea here of this clearing that you have, this is an inner and outer clearing. And it's sort of interesting because it brings up this idea that of taking personal responsibility to clear our own energy. And it's beautiful image of a feather, which is used to sort of use smoke, to move smoke, to clear energy. And maybe that's why I'm feeling that this movement in my hands here. But this is really a time where you're clearing your energy. You're moving things within, and like things that are happening within and things that are external to you. You're moving the energy to see where you have negative thoughts, words, emotional projections. What's stuck in your auric field is getting cleared for you. There's this sort of idea that there could be things that feel heavy that need to be lightened. And I feel like when we see stuck here, it's things that feel like they're not moving. Things that are creating even maybe a lack of movement in your chakras, where there's energy that actually needs to be cleared so that things can start being optimal again, and that you can move through with an optimized energetic field. These cards really do refer to that clearing there. It's interesting, you know, the idea of using smoke to clear things, it's because smoke is lighter, right? And it's lighter than air. And it can allow the heavier energies to be captured in that smoke and then moved up and out. And so this practice is one that you're being guided to, but it's also symbolic of what's happening in 2023, in that 2023 is almost like that feather for you, and it's coming in to remove anything that is stuck in your auric field that is not serving you, and things that have been stuck there that need to be moved. This is a time where you're really preparing for your soul's greatness. When we see this stuck card, this is a time where you're really releasing those negative emotions, thoughts, behaviors, patterns, and you're sort of moving in a way that might initially almost cause you to feel a little bit like ungrounded. You might feel a little bit like the higher chakras are sort of lifting you out and removing you. Like there's almost this sort of light feeling in my hands right now. But it's actually, this is helping you clear all that heavy stuff that's been weighing you down and making you feel heavy and stuck, like there's no movement. And it's like it's coming in to be lighter and lighter and lighter, Scorpio. This is beautiful energy to start your new year off with. And this stuck card is the last one in the deck that I'm using right now. So it's like you've reached the end of a journey, and you're clearing out anything that could be stuck to you that's creating heaviness, and you're moving forward into 2023, the hero. I love that. Your own hero. You're your own hero here, and you're really digging deep within the core of your inner being to really feel the power of, once you're unstuck, you can feel your chakras spinning again. And that spinning really makes you feel light, and all of that heaviness just falls away. It's very interesting. You're sort of being invited to play here and to enjoy yourself and to use your sensitivities to remember that when you bring stillness within, things get lighter, things get cleared, things get to be sort of almost transmuted, and in the energy becomes higher. The energy becomes higher, and you release more of this stuff. Deep inside, your spirit craves a new set of knowing. It's a new set of beliefs. It's a new set of experiences that your soul is craving as it moves into 2023. Wow. Very, very interesting beginning to your reading, Scorpio. I enjoy that feeling for you. And I can feel it in my hands. It feels like it's moving. It's moving, it's clearing, it's releasing, it's lighting. It's becoming lighter. It's releasing that heaviness. And you're stepping into 2023 a hero, your own hero. I love that. Strength. Gather up your courage, my friends. This is you taking life and managing it. Any obstacle you see, releasing limiting beliefs, gathering courage to release anything that seems limiting or defeating or heavy or fearful. You're releasing all of that. This is a transformative shift for you. It's very transformative. Shifting from this year to next year is going to release so much of the heaviness that you've been carrying. There's that beautiful message of needing self-care. Look at that. You've got this need to be courageous to overcome obstacles, this need to release negative thinking or negative beliefs or circular beliefs that just make you feel defeated. Anything that's causing fear because you can't see what the outcome is going to be. Anything that causes you to feel burnt out, really, really caring for yourself. You're preparing. This is preparation. The wheel is in motion. See the beautiful connection here between these images. The stuck is leaving. The stuckness is being released. And you're no longer going to be stuck. Everything's moving forward smoothly. And it feels like you're able to sort of shift your you're thinking, you're flexible, you're creative in your thinking instead of feeling rigid. You're not concrete, you're flexible, you're adaptive, you're not reactive, you're responsive, you're strategic instead of triggered. You know what I mean? Like you're gaining so much clarity here, and you're making shifts as you need to. You're responsive in a different way here, my friend. Bottom of the deck, we see the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're feeling like you can be vulnerable and open, and you can use your emotions instead of feeling like your sensitivities are something to sort of feel like isn't something that's positive. It's like you may have been like, well, I'm too sensitive, I'm too emotional. No, you're now seeing the strength in vulnerability. You're seeing the strength in your sensitivities and your emotions, and that's helping you almost create that shift to release that stuck energy instead of feeling like you're somehow almost, I don't know, the only thing coming to mind to say is this idea that you might feel cursed by your sensitivities, but this is actually going to show you just how strong they make you. This is an invitation, that Knight of Cups. You're being invited to just be you, and to open your cup up, and to allow anything that feels heavy or stuck to be cleared and released so that you can move forward with courage and clarity and a renewed sense of self-care. Yeah, look, you got that Nine of Wands again. You're pooped. You're exhausted. Energetically, you're exhausted from feeling guarded, and you're exhausted from feeling the boundaries, the stuck. You need a little bit of some self-care here, my friends, my Scorpios. You need to really take care of the self here. There's the Page of Wands. I feel like you're returning to a place where you're interested in self-discovery, where you're not feeling defeated, but you're feeling intrigued and inspired, and you're wanting to know what's around that corner instead of being afraid to peek and see. I think you're going to be experiencing a lot of realizations in 2023, and they have started now. Sorry, I just saw a card that was flipped over in the deck, and I wanted to see which one it was. It looked like an ace. Yes, it's the Ace of Cups and the Tower on the bottom of the deck. So this is a new emotional beginning, but it could feel like a bit of a collapse is what's coming to mind, that some old structure needs to collapse because it's no longer serving you. And we see that in the stuck. We see that in clearing. Some structure needs to be gone, needs to let it go. Let that structure go into the ocean. Let it be cleared away for you. That's what this feels like. There's a new emotional dimension here. It's not fear, it's love. It's not fear anymore. You're moving from fear into love. And there's this idea here of bringing in a new vision. You might even be sort of daydreaming or sort of imagining it now and trying to see, well, how does this make me feel? How does this make me feel? So you're using your emotional sensitivity now to guide you instead of to limit you. You're using that as a strength, as a tool. You've understood that your emotions can allow you to sort of embody different scenarios, and then you can choose which scenario you want to invest yourself in because you know what it feels like. I feel like you're using that as a tool moving forward instead of as a hindrance. It's almost like you saw it as a hindrance, but now you're connecting to it in a way that gives you inspiration, creativity, and I feel like you're using that inspiration to create a new path. You've got lots of wands here. I feel like your will is getting a boost. Maybe one of the energies that feels stuck for you is in your solar plex. Perhaps you're needing to connect more deeply into that emotional center so that you can feel things on a different level, knowing how to embody what something is can really help attract it, you know? And I feel like that's what's happening here when I see that Queen of Wands. Looking at the King of Swords now to clarify. Where are you being strategic? And there's the Five of Swords again. You're really being strategic about these sort of moments where you could easily find yourself feeling defeated by something, or that there's difficulty in communication, that you don't know how to express yourself. I feel like you're shifting that. You're shifting that. And you're trusting yourself to know that you're sort of the creative energy behind your experience. There's the Magician on the bottom of the deck. And that by sort of using all of your abilities here, instead of thinking about them as working against you, it's almost like you found a way to understand the tools, skills, and abilities that you have. You're understanding their full power, that you can unstuck yourself. You can be your own hero, that there's no one coming to rescue you, and you don't need anyone to come in and rescue you. I feel like you're starting to see, Scorpio, that you're at the seat of power here, and that whatever narrative you tell yourself about yourself and about your experience is what ends up formulating your experience. Your experience is a reflection of your inner world. And I think you're starting to see that. And you're starting to see that, oh, so then if I shift within, I can see shift externally. Yes. And you're unstucking yourself. You're your hero here. You're creating the freedom that you need for yourself. It's wonderful. It's beautiful to see. Now, I've been selecting one oracle card for every sign from this deck and reading the messages right out of the guidebook, just because the way they're written is so powerful. This is the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And I just really appreciate how she's written the messages. So I will select the card for you. Let's see, what does Scorpio need to hear most right now? Oh, interesting. I've been taking this card, but this card took me... I'm going to read you both. Okay. So we have card 7 Blessings of Eve, and we also have the Sacred Scar. So I'm going to read both of them to you. We'll start with the Sacred Scar, card 11. Funny, you got card 711, so maybe those numbers mean something to you. But I feel like we're seeing this Sacred Scar card because you are the one that's going to unstuck yourself. You're the one that's going to let your greatest struggles be the pathway to your potential. Absolutely. Okay, so Sacred Scar. Let's have a look. See what it says. It says here, your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of your strength and survival, of your willingness to be alive. The Sacred Scar speaks of that which once caused pain being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Exactly. Trauma shall be transformed. You will unstuck yourself. Yep. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from wounded to wisdom. Isn't that beautiful? Leading from wounded to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust the healing process and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. So beautiful, that message for you, Scorpio. It says here, you know, you don't have to enjoy the process of growth, but you can always trust that it has your best interest at heart. Don't confuse negative, especially traumatic experiences with something that Spirit has somehow inflicted upon you. Spirit would love your growth to happen in the most joyful and peaceful ways. However, as your relationship with Spirit heals and strengthens, you will see that as you move through intense experiences, you do so to gain access to those deeper insights. That's why those things occur, is to give us insight. And so the lessons learned include compassion, wisdom, strength, and fearlessness. This is such a powerful journey for your soul, one that is both sort of this badass and also divine. You've got so much diversity within yourself that there's no reason to sort of hang on to these negativities as much as it feels like they are being hung on to here. This is really a time to truly see that your greatest struggles are the pathway to your greatest realizations. It's so interesting how the messages of this card really are echoing that clearing stuck energies is the theme of your reading. Now, if we move into the 7 blessings of Eve, which is the other card that sort of felt for you, it says here, the spiritual gifts shall enter your heart and manifest as blessings in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full glorious manifestation. Choose your thoughts and words so that they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is strong and further reaching, more so than you may realize. Isn't that interesting? I'm just going to set that. Oh, it won't stand. Hang on a sec. I'll set that right next to it. There we go. Then you can look at both cards. Yes, choosing your thoughts and words so that they reflect what you want to put out there. This oracle also indicates a shift away from shame and confusion. You're really being guided away from shame. Shame seems to be a trigger word here in this reading. It's very interesting. And that these sort of traumatic experiences that may be keeping you stuck, to use those experiences to understand things on a deeper level instead of feeling imposed upon by them. Do you know what I mean? Yes. This 7 blessings of Eve is a reminder that you're a sacred being and that you have no need to hold yourself hostage to shame, blame, guilt, anger, fear, or judgment. These are the heavy things that we talked about at the beginning of your reading that need to be cleared. Those are the key words here for you to sort of reflect on. Are you holding on to shame, blame, guilt, fear, anger, judgment, resentment? Those are the things that need to be released and cleared. You are blessed, and you are granted a unique and unrepeatable human experience. And this lifetime, this is who you are. This is who you are. And so become bolder, become more fearless, become more courageous. Step up and step into taking up more space by having this willingness to engage in healing and say yes to what makes your heart sing. That's what all of these cards were saying, these clarifiers, saying yes to what makes your heart sing and being very careful about the correspondence and communication that you use to talk about yourself or talk to yourself about yourself. Really being careful about what words you're choosing here and what your intention is, because it really suggests here that there's so much going on beneath the surface that we saw in that moon card too. And there's been sort of this idea here that you don't need to, don't give up. There's no need for giving up. Everything is shifting and moving you in order to get you to this place of positive growth. It's really an interesting message of going from wounded to wisdom. From wounded to wisdom. And I love that you're the only sign so far that has received 2 of these cards. Just intuitively, when I flipped this one over, yeah. This is very interesting. You're truly healing yourself. You're truly stepping into being your own hero in 2023, Scorpio. Really initiating some powerful movement of the energy within. Okay, final card for Scorpio. Final guiding messages. Guidance. Listen, trust your inner knowing, connect with your intuition. You are protected. And I love seeing that white owl in that card. Ooh, that's too heavy. I'll put them there. There we go. Now, I'm also sort of feeling like this card is for you. Oh yeah, adventure. Embrace the unknown, practice unattachment, change is imminent, take a leap of faith and say yes to whatever your heart truly desires, releasing and clearing any semblance of fear, shame, blame, guilt, judgment, resentment. Clear it. It's creating a stuck energy, and you're stepping into 2023 as your own hero. I love this reading for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this reading has resonated for you. I'm sending you so much love and light and wishing you all the best for 2023. I look forward to reading for you again soon, my friends. Take care and Happy New Year.